Hello, I'm Elizabeth Vargas, and this is 2020 in Touch. The Church of Scientology is in uproar over a leaked videotape in a book about the actor Tom Cruise. On Friday, Martin Bashir reported the story behind the controversy and the headlines.
Scientology is someone who can look at the world and really see what it is. Not only look at it and see it, but be able to go and be effective and do something about it.
This is one extraordinary performance that most of us were never meant to see.
Someone who's not asking permission to do that. Why ask permission? We are the authorities.
Tom Cruise speaking openly and honestly about his faith.
I do what I can, and I do it the way I do everything. There's nothing part of the way for me. It's just...
This tape was part of Scientology's 40th anniversary celebration. There was also a big-budget Hollywood-style award show where Cruise was given Scientology's highest honor, the Freedom Medal of Valor.
I think you know that I am there for you. And I do care so very, very, very much.
Tom Cruise's involvement in Scientology is well known.
I've been a Scientologist for 14, 16, almost 20 years.
But this interview clearly demonstrates the depths of his passion for an often beleaguered faith that some critics of Scientology call a cult, a label Scientology itself has always denied.
I don't care if someone thinks it's hard or easy. You're either helping and contributing everything you can, or you're not. Okay? Because I'm carrying my load. All right? And only that, as much as I'm carrying, I still feel like I gotta do more. All right? There's still a thing of, let's go.
It's been a tough few days for Cruise and the church. A new, unauthorised biography of Cruise was published this week. British author Andrew Morton says he spent 2 years investigating Tom Cruise.
It seems to me that to understand Tom Cruise, you've got to understand Scientology.
Neither Cruise nor any of his close friends spoke to Andrew Morton, but that hasn't stopped him from making some surprising claims. First, that Cruise is not just a member, but is now effectively the second in command of the church.
They will deny this. They say he's just an ordinary parishioner.
The problem is that the leader of the Church of Scientology says that he's not number 2, he's not number 100. Each member of the Church of Scientology is equally important.
Well, I think that's disingenuous.
Attorney Bert Fields represents Tom Cruise.
The business about Tom being second in command of the church is just hogwash. Tom has nothing to do with the policy of the church, never has.
And Cruise's church says he holds no official or unofficial position in its hierarchy.
So what do you say? We need to clean this place up? Huh? Okay. Because we're counting on you. Okay? All right? To LRH.
LRH refers to science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard, who created Scientology in the mid-1950s. From the very beginning, Hubbard actively recruited celebrities to Scientology as a way to legitimatize and popularize the faith. Professor Stephen Kent studies the church.
What Scientology will tell these actors is that Scientology has the skills to get rid of their problems, their personal inhibitions that hold them back from achieving their full potential. In a way, what happened to Tom Cruise, he claims that he had learning disabilities when he was growing up, and that Scientology courses helped cure those learning disabilities.
Hubbard died in 1986, and leadership of the church was taken over by David Miscavige. Although notoriously secretive, he did give one interview to ABC's Nightline show in 1992, where he spelled out what he believed was the world's biggest problem.
But let me tell you what our real problem is. Number one, understand this. Psychiatry, psychology.
It's a drum Scientology and its most famous member continue to bang.
Psychiatric drugs at the core of all education failures.
Oh, I'm going hard at those guys and their brain. You know, these psychiatrists, I've had it. Absolutely had it. It's disgusting. No mercy. None. When you study the history of psychiatry, it's crimes against humanity.
Cruise took the fight public whilst promoting the movie War of the Worlds.
And yes, maybe they've gone too far in certain areas. Maybe there are too many kids on Ritalin. Maybe electric shock is...
kids on Ritalin. Matt.
I'm just saying, but aren't there examples where it works?
Matt, you don't even, you're glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is.
Scientology is at war with psychiatry and the mental health system. Its goal is to eliminate psychiatry and related mental health systems and replace them with Scientology techniques.
Techniques Kruse believes are the only way of dealing with life's challenges, from addiction to accidents.
Being a Scientologist, when you drive past an accident, it's not like anyone else. As you drive past, you know you have to do something about it because you know you're the only one that can really help. We are the authorities on getting people off drugs. We are the authorities on the mind. We are the authorities on improving conditions.
Tom Cruise seems to suggest that he has in some way saved people's lives. That's what he appears to be saying. What do you understand by that?
I mean, they believe that they are almost superior beings, that they have access to all the tools that will save mankind.
For at least 2 decades, he's defined what's hip. And what's hip is Scientology. And if some people don't like it, well...
And my opinion is that, look, you're either on board or you're not on board, okay? But just, if you're on board just like the rest of us, period.
Having observed him in various television shows and his more recent behaviour, some people have been tempted to think that actually the one thing he needs is some psychiatric help.
I think that's a bit strong. In many respects, you know, Tom Cruise is a man of our times. We live in an age of the worship of celebrity, the unquestioning worship of celebrity. We live in an age of religious fervour. It comes together in Tom Cruise that he's a man who can walk the walk, talk the talk. He believes that he has all the answers. You know, I mean, in Tom's world, there's no room for doubt.
I remember I was doing an interview with someone, and she said, so, I really want to understand who you are. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'm a Scientologist. And she goes, well, no, but I want to know who you are. I said, no, I'm a Scientologist.
Our viewers had a lot to say about Tom Cruise and the Church of Scientology. One wrote, quote, if they can rehab criminals as they claim, then why aren't all Scientologists volunteering at prisons and reducing the criminal population? Oh, they're too busy kissing their own. And finally, another one of you said, to each his own. Leave the man alone. He has a right to believe what he wants. It's really none of your business. This viewer separates the personal from the professional. Quote, I enjoyed Tom Cruise for years as an actor. As a human, I think he's loopy, but since I'm not paying $10 to see his life when I go to the movies, it's all cool. Finally, this from a viewer called Clear Eye. Scientology is no more absurd than Christianity or Islam or any other religion. All have belief systems that challenge the rational mind.